And number 3 is to surround yourself with positive people who really appreciate your accomplishments and your successes, and they believe in you. They compliment you. They're encouraging you. They're your number one fan. That's who you want to be around. And if you don't have that, you need to eliminate those toxic people. And I have another webinar on how to do that. So are you surrounding yourself with positive people? You cannot be in a place of positivity if you're surrounded by negative people.
Assuming you're surrounding yourself with positive people, if not, we need to chat. I'm going to move on to a very practical way to help you flip fear right now. So pay attention, you can grab a pen, you're going to want to write this down and really follow along here to these 2 questions and 2 actions that you're going to take. I can't wait to share this with you.
Now I want to show you something because I lived in fear for a long time. And one day I thought of this word fear and I flipped it. And this is the acronym I came up with that helped me. Okay, I asked myself, is my fear rational? So when I let fear of I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not ready, I'm the hider, remember, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be out there. I can't do it. I can't show up. I'm quiet. All that stuff. I had to ask myself, are those fears rational? Because we're not born. If we're not born with fear, that fear cannot be rational because somebody somewhere told us that. We're picking up their beliefs, not ours. It's not a real fear. And the only way we make it real is if we keep reinforcing it and keep believing it. So when your fear isn't rational, then you have to decide, is it holding you back from living an authentic life? And most likely it is. I'm not talking about fears of something tangible, like a spider. I'm talking about fear of, I can't do it. And if that's holding you back, how are you going to get through your life? Because everything you've ever done to get to this point, you've had to walk through fear. So if it's holding you back from asking someone out or moving to a new city or going for that job that you want, it's preventing you from being authentic. And that's something that we have to stop. We can't do that anymore. So here's how you stop it. When you feel the fear coming up and it's overwhelming, you have to change it from fear to excitement. And you do that through physiology. I'm not going to get into physiology on this webinar because it's too in depth, but you do that through physiology. You do that by replacing your beliefs. And you can feel excitement, which then gets your body into action. Okay, and then that's why F is feel it. It's a process of changing our physiology. Now, I could talk a long time on fear, but I don't want to make this overwhelming. I want to make this manageable for you today. I talk more about fear in my Flip Your Fear book. I just wanted to give you a quick recap that when you go through these 4 steps, it greatly diffuses the fear. And I've seen it happen with the thousands of women that I've trained. And I want to help you too.
So when you feel really afraid of something and that fear is holding you back from taking an action, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. First, is that fear rational? Does it make sense? Is it something somebody else told you about, or you picked up a fear from something else that's happened that you know isn't true? Then you have to decide, because if you sit down and calculate it, 99% of our fears are not rational. They're not real fears. They're something that we created or made up or we heard from somebody else. So if you can ask yourself, is this fear rational? And the answer is no. Then you go on to ask, how is this fear holding me back from living an authentic life? Because not all fears may be holding you back. I can have a fear of snakes, but if I don't ever come across snakes, that's not affecting my life in any way. However, if I have a fear of snakes and that holds me back from going outside and going hiking, which is something that I love, then that is a problem. So ask yourself, is your fear holding you back from living an authentic life? And if the answer is yes, then you can flip it. Because we're going to replace fear with excitement, because physiologically in our body, fear and excitement are in the same place in our mind. Our mind doesn't know how to separate it unless we associate a different action to it. And I do that through physiology and some other work that I can explain at another time. So when you change it into excitement, you can also feel the outcome that you want to achieve. And when you feel the outcome you want to achieve through visualization and dreaming about it and meditating on it, then your body is preparing for the successful outcome you want. So that's how we flip fear.
So if you're ready to go further with me and learn how you can flip fear around and really crush imposter syndrome so you never have to have that in your life again, click below for a free call. And I'll even throw in an invitation to visit my mastermind for free. I have a weekly mastermind group for women, specifically to learn how to make more money, to break through fear and make more money. So are you ready? Are you ready to flip fear and finally kick imposter syndrome to the curb? If you are, let's connect.